In a rural district like ours, I think that we have a lot of people who come and go. And so the one thing that we need to keep the same and focus on making the best for our students is something like learning how to read.
So one of the things that we have observed over the past few years is looking at our data. And one of those areas in particular has been our reading and writing literacy data. And if you look at that data, both at the state level as well as the school level, we notice that we have some areas that we are falling below state expectations.
The LLT is a literacy team that was comprised of different educators in the district, and the team has worked on observing K-8 instructional practices and curricular materials around literacy.
We've been walking schools and just seeing what's happening, the good things that we're doing in our district, as well as potential needs in order to help us put in place the programs and systems that we really need in order to support our students in their literacy and language development.
We're looking at instructional practices as well as the materials and curriculum that we're using, and looking to figure out how we can improve upon what we already do, and also to find different ways to help our students become better readers.
The CLSD grant is the Comprehensive Literacy State Development Grant. Colorado received $16 million from the federal government in 2020 and spent the subsequent year figuring out how they were going to disperse funds. We were awarded for year one, since this is a 4-year grant cycle, we were awarded $631,784.
For us, what this grant allows, we felt really strongly that we needed to move forward with an audit to understand what was happening, but what this grant gives us is now the ability to take and make meaning of our internal audit work. So we're identifying things that we need to do, but we need the resources to be able to do that, and that's what this grant is going to provide.
Part of this grant objective was to create sustainable practices, and in order to do so, we decided to hire the experts. They're going to come in and give us feedback, do walkthroughs. We hired Sterling Literacy, who is based out of Colorado, and Dr. Charles Dana Hall and his team are going to be an integral part of this process.
I think that literacy is just a powerful thing, and it becomes more powerful the more organized and directed it is.
For me, this work was really meaningful. As an English language development teacher, I feel a responsibility to advocate for our multilingual students. My passion has always been language development, and we know that with systematic literacy instruction, all students can achieve.
My hope is that every student in Lake County School District will be readers. Having the ability to read, having the knowledge in front of them and the skills and the tools that they need to access the learning that needs to be done.
Reading and literacy in general is a way to interact in the world that is very powerful, and it gives power to the people who utilize it. And so having that access and having that ability to read and write and express yourself fully is super important, and I want our kids to have that.